I'm Marcus Schneider. That's the Mexican. Playing with this thingy.
Piece of shit number 2.
I have more! and he's gonna get me. In this video, we're gonna make this thing run and drive. But what needs to be done is this needs to be, everything off the other rod cradle needs to be taken off and put onto this thing. And then a couple little things like making some bracket stuff and all that. And he's gonna get me. I see you. But why not kick it off with this thing running? Oh, there's still snow on my jacket. Nice. The whole time. We're out of here. Misfire not included. So while cleaning this out, we came across a little problem. That's supposed to be flush there, looking in there. This piece, this piece is rotted. So what I'm gonna do? Yeah. I'm gonna cut away what I need to first and see how bad it is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a cut here, take this bracket out, and cut this support and this support. And even though the other one is way more rotted than what is there, I may see what I can take from here once she's stripped down, depending on how good it is, because it's pretty bad there along that ridge. And of course, this whole side's crusty. And in there, she's all gone. So this one has no bottom support, where this one is just missing that little piece of the bottom support. So I'm gonna cut away what I need to, we're gonna strip that one down, I'm gonna see what I need to go from there. But there's gonna be a little bit of fabrication in this video that was not even expected. And he's playing with a seat in a window.
Block with blown head gaskets and a propane cage for this car with those chrome rims and this set of winter
What's
tires.
with you with 350s and blown head gaskets? Because that one had blown head.
Maybe the easiest thing to blow up without damaging the rest of the motor.
Oh, that's why I'm not actually running this thing, because yeah.
Feels like I'm caught up in a trance. Can't come down all night. The city never stood a chance. With you by my side, it's all ours. So don't second guess. Let down your guard. Just take a chance. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night and stay in this street for repeat? Can we turn back the night and stay in this street for repeat? Can we turn back the light? Same old places come alive. Wherever we are, feels like I'm seeing with new eyes. Even in the dark, let's go get lost. Just take my hand, ignore the cost. Forget the plan and feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly.
So where we at is, so I started stripping the other rag cradle. You can see it stripped here, but we ran into a problem with this one. She had a bit of a rust issue. As you can see, it's not. But it is still better than this one, because you can see the entire bottom rail is just not existent. It's less dented than this one. This one's got a few whiskey dents, but it's solid metal, except for this one part. So, and funny enough, the only part on that rag cradle that doesn't have rust, because you can even see she's rusty, was the one part I need. So cut her off, and tomorrow we'll put that together, make it look like factory, and send her off on her way. Having fun?
Yeah, well, the front end's on now. Like the front pillars.
Yeah. So I have the patch mocked up here. It's not a perfect patch. And this metal is bad, so I had to take another piece of metal, put it there. It's got to be welded in this. I'm gonna start welding all of this, make it one piece again. There's maybe have some filler weld and grind it down, but that's easy. Get it all together, get it clean, and she'll be ready to go. Well, she'll be ready to be put back together and back there. When I'm done welding, what I'll probably do is go dip her in the snow, because we're in Canada and we have that. But I'm just saying, throw it on time lapse with me here, quickly welding this up.
Feels like I'm caught up in a trance. Can't come down all night. The city never stood a chance. With you by my side, it's all ours. So don't second guess. Let down your guard. Just take a chance. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night and stay in this dream for a
So it's repaired. Looks seamless on the front. I didn't grind down any of my welds here on the back. Come on, light. I didn't grind down any of my welds on it or anything. It's black, so it's hard to see without light. I just left the welds, but she's bolted in. She's good to go. I quickly sprayed. Oh, I didn't paint it so well on the back there, but better in the front. Quickly threw just a quick little rattle can paint on her, just because why not? I wanted to. It was fun. The vent's on, because I may or may not be a little bit high off paint fumes. It's okay. Oh, hey, Timmy. No. Stand by the door. So this is bolted on and ready to go. I just used some, these are from an aircraft crates. The ship aircraft engines and such. I just used them because I had them on. I was going to use them just to measure, because I use them typically most of the time to measure bolt threads or anything for big bolts. But because I tighten them all the way down and they're on, I'm just going to chop them. I have a bunch of these at home still. But rag cradle's in place. So now it's going to probably be, that's going to sit to dry. I'm going to start here and start working on the heater box. Get the heater box done. Then when the heater box is done, this will probably be dry, and I'll swap back on this and get the lights, the rad, and everything put into it and wire this thing back up to start with the key. And then we might have some fun. Maybe. Just a smidget. And you may have seen in the background, there's a red car here, and then it's gone, and it's sitting right there. Because he is selling his El Cavalier. Not Cavalier. Oh.
It's a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
It's a 95 Honda Civic two-door coupe.
El Civic, which is standing right there. Put some cash in his pocket. He's gonna get a bigger paycheck than I do, apparently, because he's selling a car.
Can we turn back the night? Stay in this dream for Can we turn back the night? Same old places come alive. Wherever we are, feels like I'm seeing with new eyes. Even in the dark, let's go get lost. Just take my hand, ignore
So this isn't too much of a big deal. So the new heater core is in. I am once I silicone the casing on, it's maybe on, but I'm also going to silicone around there. Just keep airflow from going on. I just got this mocked up to do a test. Now the GM blower motors are very easy. You just undo these bolts and you pull it out. So it's not too much of a worry if this doesn't work and I install it. But never mind, disregard what I said. It worked for like 2 seconds and then it died. This one has a busted rad and casing. This blower motor's been replaced before. It's got not factory screws in it, so it should work. Yeah, that one works. So this one's got to come out and go in that casing. Yay! So I've started to put the wiring back on this thing. I'm gonna have to zip tie this right there, but I kind of want to do something with that anyways. I kind of don't like that this wire is going over the engine, but looking how it's wired and stuff, I'm not thinking to be able to just go back because it goes there into the motor and stuff. I'm not thinking to be able to come back and push it through, come over here this side. I got to clean up some of the connections in it because they're rusty. But I'm gonna probably zip tie it to here. I probably want to use this bolt for a ground somewhere on here. This horn works, but none of the horn stuff works on this truck. And I've tried replacing it. It just, the horn stuff doesn't work on this. And I might change the steering wheel anyways. So that might just get, I need to figure out where the wiring for the horn stuff is in here. Because once I figure out what it is inside the cab, I'll probably just remove it and wire it to my own system in there. But then it'll go through a fuse and I won't have to worry about that. I've been putting new screws in here, as you can tell. That's a brand new screw. So I bought this kit, which is all of the bolts for this complete front end, fenders and all sheet metal bolts from, it says right there, Uline. If you're a mountable guy like me, just go into Walker Auto and see like, hey, I need all the front end bolts, and this is who I bought it from. Pretty decent to have just all the bolts. 6772 Chevy truck, front end sheet metal bolt kit. So all the bolts there, has all the bolts. See, that's a brand new bolt there for my ground. Brand new bolt there for my ground. Starting to get the lights wired through, all through here. Starting to get ready. So I'm just gonna throw you on speed dial as I keep going with the wiring. This horn works because I just tested it. It's pretty loud. It's just the wiring, I know, doesn't. Even though it's a new horn switch and everything in there, something in there still doesn't work.
Feels like I'm seeing with new eyes, even in the dark. Let's go get lost. Just take my hand, ignore the cost, forget the plan. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night?
So as you guys can see, this is all plumbed up, the wiring all works. I did this quickly off photo and stuff and got it. It still needs to be filled back up. Because it's empty. I gotta clog up these two lines, get all that done. But as you can tell, the engine's in here. There's some wiring. This is the alternator wiring is down. This wiring is down. The lights are on. Everything like that. If we give it a little love taps, put that on. I'll show you. I've just started a list of what's left to do. starter. We'll give you a little bit of a... So we got a lot of stuff done. Now I did say at the end of this video I'd have it running and driving. That's not going to happen. It does technically run and it does technically drive, but we're not going to drive it yet because I just want to make sure... I want to make sure we get things a lot more together before that happens. But I am going to show you a sneak peek. That all works. And there you have it. That's going to be the end of this video. I do have a couple more things to do here and there, like get the interior done for one. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to be done in the interior, like the gas tank installed, the seat put in, as well as a couple of the pedals need to be adjusted and properly done. Some bolts here need to be gathered because we just need to gather them and stuff. The horn needs to be hooked up. There's a bunch of little things left to do on this truck, but for the foremost, she does run and drive. I just want to make sure, we probably won't do the rear end wiring. As you can see, the running lights are on right now. Obviously, you would typically see, because this little plug thing caters down, goes down here, and goes to the marker light. Those are not installed right now because the grill's not installed. I do need to install those so we can finish the wiring. Just mock them up for now. But with all that stuff, like, she is very, very close. I want to make sure I can get all of this stuff pretty much. Like, there's a couple more things I want to get finished before we get her on the road. We'll have to leave it till next video to have this thing plumbed up, to have fuel in it, and to start having this thing run. Because it's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait.
Can we turn